I've been lucky in 31 years to wear a lot of different titles. A manager, a leader, a coach, a husband. But my favorite title's always been father. I didn't have a great childhood, was adopted, and when I had my first daughter, felt like I had the purpose that I'd been searching for my entire life. A year ago, I'm essentially working in my dream job. I'm working at an ESPN affiliate, hosting a talk show 5 days a week, calling high school sports on Friday nights. Elkhart County is where I grew up, coached baseball on and off for the last decade. The company I was working for decided not to re-up the affiliation with ESPN. I'll be honest, it was a low point because I was riding high. My dream job is going away. My wife is 2 months pregnant, and I'm trying to figure out what's next. Two of my really good friends, Eric and Ian Nielsen. Ian was already at Lippert at that time, and I remember sitting around the bonfire, and Ian was talking about Lippert, and Ian actually brought up the core values. He was like, hey, I have to memorize these because we get asked this all the time. And so I asked him, I was like, well, I've heard companies have mottos. He's like, no, it's different. Like, they actually live by it. The idea of joining something that was new and different in an environment where people mattered. There was a lot of hesitation, there was a lot of fear. Obviously, my wife was 3 months pregnant, leaving a job that I was very stable in to a job that I really didn't know what the path was going to be. And as much as it's exciting to try something new, it's very scary to go away from something that was very, very comfortable. And I'm going to go try to find passion in something I'd never done before in my life. So I'd been with Lippert for 3 months when my wife called me and found out that she was being admitted to the hospital with preeclampsia. I had no idea what that really meant, but I knew it was serious. My wife went into the hospital on Wednesday. On Saturday, her blood pressure spiked and they induced her into labor, which was an extremely scary moment. And that following Monday, she gave birth to my daughter, Riley, who was 3 pounds, and immediately whisked away to the NICU. It was a very, very scary moment. The most daunting thing was the first time walking into the NICU and seeing your infant with wires out of every orifice and a tube down their throat. It's one of those moments where you're stuck. At the same time, professionally, you're concerned about your job. The one moment that sticks out more than anything is my wife went into hospital on Wednesday, and that afternoon, both Carl, our GM, and Paul Kovalars, our leadership developer, came to the hospital. And that was the moment that I felt I mattered. My job was important, but me as a person seemed more important than what I provided the company, and that was something I'd never really ever experienced from a company. Riley was in the NICU for 45 days. Shortly after Riley got released, she was back in the hospital with bronchitis, and sure enough, Paul was one of the first people back up in the hospital to check on everybody. And my wife, in tears, saying that she was blown away, that two people, especially in the positions that Paul and Carl were in, would come to the hospital in person and check on her, and that meant a lot. An opportunity that Lippert provides is a leadership development, and having an individual like Paul that's there every day to help build you up, and not just from a leadership standpoint at work, but to be a better father and husband. And when you leave work, you want to be in a mindset that you're going to go home and enjoy the time with your family. And I can honestly say, in every day that I've been at Lippert, I've not come home mad or frustrated, and my family appreciates that. We're part of a bigger family. Lippert was there the entire way, and to come to work every day and feel like they are truly family, and that I'm cared about at work just as much as I am at home. You're never as good as you want to be, but you always have an opportunity to grow, and having that leadership development and having that interaction and that momentum every day, that's what I live for. That's awesome. It gets you excited to go to work every day because you know you're going to get better today.